I think I always say, Daryl, you've got to offer guests choice. It's not a one size fits all approach. There will still be guests for some time, that are not that tech savvy and won't be using Apple Wallet. They won't be using Google Pay or whatever it is. There will always be a percentage of guests that will require a traditional form of access to their room that we haven't touched on, and I think it is worth highlighting, and I see it as sort of one of the stumbling blocks for the adoption of Bluetooth Low Energy, is the fact that it does require a guest to download an app to their phone. So, in North America, loyalty programs seem to work extremely well. If you're Hyde or Hilton, you've got plenty of choices of property to stay at. You can be quite loyal. You have downloaded the app. You can take advantage of mobile key. But here in Australia, with less, sites to visit, in a sense, we haven't seen that sort of loyalty. So you might stay at Hyde in Melbourne and Hilton in Adelaide, and then Marriott in Brisbane. So you don't want three apps, in a sense. So I think NFC is a step in the right direction from that point of view, certainly, right?
Yeah, look, that's a very, very valid point. That each hotel operator will develop their app their own way with their own features and everything else, which does then mean that if you're not as loyal as the American market is, and you're going to jump from one brand to another brand or operator to another operator, yeah, you're right. You're going to have to each time download a new app, which in itself isn't a problem. But whenever you download an app, you've then got to register, you've got to impart all your personal details, you've got to do everything else. And then you get the myriad of emails and subscription details and everything else, which I get enough emails in the day as it is without downloading one specifically for a brand that then going to bombard me with advertising. Now, you can normally opt out of it, but I don't know about you, Brendan, but if I've downloaded an app to stay at a hotel for whatever reasons, the day I check out, I normally delete it. Just delete it, and then, because I'm not going to need it again, or if I need it again, I'll download it again. It takes seconds to download. So you're right. If NFC wins the race, then the whole app goes out the window, because it's the inherent app that's built into the iPhone or the Android device. It does just mean, unfortunately, that all the hotel operators that have now gone down a certain route effectively are going to have to change their hardware again on the door to be able to accommodate NFC. So it's going to be a big, brave person to make a decision once they've gone down one route to another one.
Yeah, really good.
I'm still not 100% sure which way it's going to go. Now, this again comes back to, why are we doing this? Because the other element that is never really talked about is the energy management in the room. Sorry to bring it back to another subject, but it's all relevant, only in as much as probably 80 to 90% of the hotels in Australia still have a wall reader inside the room to turn the lights and the AC on, because it was a legal requirement during builds for energy efficiencies.
Yep.
Now, the moment you say goodbye to the plastic, because you're using a mobile phone because of the wow factor, you now have no way for the guest to turn the lights and the AC on.